Reverend Donna Jean Guerrero. Can everyone hear me? I don't think I need the microphone, do I? I've been told I have a booming voice.
No.
You okay?
No, microphone.
No, you need the microphone.
I do need the
That's what
microphone?
they're saying.
Yeah,
Oh,
watch
okay,
it
I'm
out.
sorry. Better?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I had to smile because when I listened to Reverend Donna Jean Guerrero speak today, I thought, I don't really have to do my sermon. Because you know what? I was going to speak about energy and energy work. And when I was given this assignment, I thought, how would I explain it? I mean, energy can be found everywhere, and it's in everything. And I thought for a moment, and you're going to hear his name quite frequently, I thought I could give the famous mathematical equation like Albert Einstein. Energy equals mc squared. Well, like most of you sitting in this room, I'm not a physicist. So for me, that didn't really make much sense. But I do know that from my lessons here at Harmony, we live in a vibrational universe. Everything in our universe is energy and carries with it and brings from within it a unique energy vibration. We are all energy, vibrational beings. So if we are all energy, then energy work must be necessary in order to help us realign and balance our bodies. We know that vital energy flows in us and around us, and we can activate this energy and bring ourselves back into balance. From our lessons here at Harmony, we know that we as humans are composed of energy. And here's another little bit of synchronicity. What I would like to do is quote to you from Dr. Emoto's book, Water Crystal Healing, which Reverend Donna Jean Guerrero alluded to earlier, and I quote, "Our body is composed of upwards of 100 trillion cells. Surprisingly, the vibration of each cell is slightly different from those of other cells. This means that each cell is generating a slightly different sound. With so many cells in our body, if we could use a high-quality microphone to collect all these sounds, we would hear a great symphony that is constantly being played inside our body." Further, in his research, he found that the origin of any disease is a disturbance in the frequency within each cell. So perhaps the famous singer Diana Ross knew a little bit more than what we thought when she sings the famous line, "Whenever you are near, I hear a symphony." Well, what is energy? I can go to any dictionary, and again, I can find our friend Albert Einstein. And we get the famous equation, energy equals mc squared. But you know, I looked up the definition of energy in the traditional Merriam-Webster dictionary. Listen to this. Energy is a positive spiritual force flowing through all people. It's interesting to note that from the Bible translating from physical to spirit, chapter 14, verse 37, and I would like to quote, "You are an energy field of divine atomic substance, and the power and the glory of the universe is right where you are." Again, from the Bible, from translating from physical to spirit, chapter 56, verse 1, and I quote, "We live and move and have our being in pure energy, and that pure energy is Holy Spirit." Well, you know, I could take all morning and cite all the passages from the Bible on energy and energy work, Just as I could take all morning talking about all the different energy modalities, from Reiki to color therapy to crystal therapy, and the list goes on and on and on. And as energy work becomes more popular and people become more aware of it, we're going to find all kinds of books published on this subject. And we're going to run down to the bookstore and purchase all these books. But you know, I have to laugh, because we as humans always have to reinvent the wheel. Energy work has been around since the beginning of time. Do you know how fortunate each and every one of us is to be able to come to Harmony on Thursday evenings and on Sundays to have free energy work done? Are you all even aware of the different energy modalities we offer over at Gillespie Hall? I highly encourage you, if you haven't already, check in at the bookstore and see what different energy modalities we do provide. Just last week I attended a great in-service on color therapy and learned so many things that I didn't know. Well, now down to the nitty-gritty. What is spiritual energy? Again, from the Bible, from translating from from physical to spirit, chapter 59, verse 11, and I quote, "Any physical body is a form dimension of spiritual energy and can be spiritualized." Again, from the Bible, from translating from physical to spirit, chapter 33, verse 20, and I quote, "Energies flow freer through a harmonious body. The spiritual energy system completes the material components of the organism and establishes its connection with the rest of creation on planes that resonate at a higher frequency." So in very simplistic terms, we know that the aura is an energy field that surrounds our body. It starts at our crown chakra, moves down our body to the soles of our feet, comes back up through the soles of our feet into our crown chakra again. And along this path, there are different energy points or chakra points. And if for one reason, one of these points, our chakras, become blocked up or clogged, for lack of a better word, our bodies are thrown into a terrible imbalance, and they're no longer playing the beautiful symphonies they were meant to be. So we may have to seek additional energy work or healing to help us make that energy flow freer. Think about this concept. When you were a child, remember seesawing on the seesaw? And your first experience, you may have gotten on with a person that was heavier than you, out of balance, out of sync, and you were stuck up there and your little legs were swinging and you were holding on to the handle, just crying to be let down. Then the next time, maybe you got a little bit older and a little bit wiser, and you chose somebody that had the same type of energy, the same weight, the same balance. And the experience of seesawing was wonderful. Then you really got older and you really got wiser. And maybe there weren't any other children to play with. But you realized you didn't need anyone. You could stand right in the middle of that seesaw and balance that energy perfectly. Maybe just for a second, maybe just for a moment. But you could balance that energy.